Timestamp. January 1st, 2026. 8:45 a.m. I've been up for about 20 minutes. Very congested. Got one tuft of fur over here that's doing that thing. Definitely going to grab a shower here in a bit. Already got laundry in the washer, just a matter of turning it on, But strip down to my OnlyFans outfit and put what I'm wearing in there too, so it all washes at once. I'm gonna break my own rule and probably smoke on camera a little bit. Not sure what my dreams were, but I know they were weird. Health check, congested, but I also just woke up, so I'm not sure. No spoilers, and you all should know me by now. I watched the Stranger Things finale, and I'm satisfied. Yeah. Very well done by the Duffer Brothers. The next time they plan on doing an epic 5-series TV show, if they could shrink it down below 12 years, that would be cool. But, as a Gen Xer, it's like, I look back on that and it's like, oh yeah, A New Hope, Empire, Jedi, yeah, we went through this. We did this once, and it was painful then too. Han Solo was stuck in carbonite for 3 years, man. 3 years. Been up long enough. It just stopped percolating. Made a pot of the Starbucks toasted coconut mocha. Someone's getting into my cabinet. Excuse me. Oi! What do you think you're doing? Jink's crawling up in here. I have to set books there. Jackass. So, did do a couple things yesterday. Still a work in progress, Made some, I know it reverses it, donate today. Made some, basically book boxes. I did that. Being crafty. tape that down. I put some stickers on the outside because I always see like donation boxes like heavily decorated with stickers and artwork and stuff. One of the stickers is peeling off. I have to tape that down. I mean, traditionally the stickers do wind up peeling on those, so maybe I'll leave it. I don't know. I don't want it to peel all the way off though. And so I took one of the 2.5, just so you know what I did in case you're trying to do something similar. These are the 2.5 gallon bags that I get at the tree. Sure Fresh. It's a 5-pack. It's actually a bonus 6-pack. Limited offer. They've been doing it for years. But I cut off the ends of them because that's probably about maybe 2 inches by 2.5, 2 inches by 3, something like that. Cut off the ends of them because that gave me basically 2 ready to go working like trays. So I've got a return book tray. As is the case with many libraries, there's always those books that have to go back on the shelf. So, and again, still a work in progress. I did do the foil. I'm going to turn it on. So I did do the yogurt lid with the foil. I'm not sure if it's popping any more extra light in here or not. It might be. But got some furniture on the way that'll help dress it up a little bit too. But yeah, I'm gonna have to tape that down. It's peeling way too much. It's gonna come off. May cut some little strips for the corners to make it look almost like regular Scotch tape. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm starting to try and get it together here. It was frankly a nice break in the respect of getting to do some of the crafty stuff. Realizing that I definitely need that. And I made a construction paper play rug, just cardstock and markers. That'll be over here with like the kid area, like a play mat. That's right. Captain Marcus Wolfgang's playing with dolls. In my way. Speaking of in my way, Stray corn, thank you. So the library is coming along. I do have some furniture from Temu on its way, and some stuff from eBay. I've got those half couches from LOL OMG. I know color scheme wise what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to sit down and figure out what I want to do combination wise, because I'm going to be doing deep blue or dark blue for a majority. That's my base color, and my secondary colors are going to be like a light pink and a yellow orange to give it like a hot pop. And I'm probably going to do the booths in the pink and the yellow orange with blue accents, because the majority of the place is going to be in blue. I don't want to overdo it with blue on the furniture, but it'll be the accent color on that. It'll make sense. But they're on the way. The annoying thing, but I think I'm going to make a workaround on this, is there's a very definite like right half and left half. Like it has you can like put them together, and there's like an arm, but there's no arm on the middle one. They're supposed to like slide together, or be like wall booth. To where the wall part would be on the wall, and you can slide in. If you were in like a diner, you could slide in without having to like go over some kind of weird lip. That's the way they're set. And I think I have like 3 right sides and 1 left on the way. Which is annoying because I kind of wanted, a right and a left, right and a left, right and a left. But I think I'm going to use my 2 little skeleton guys as stopgaps in between them. It'll make sense when they get here. I can kind of actually put it in there and experiment with the space, because I'm not even totally sure it'll work. But Mr. Zen and Mr. Nope are gonna help me on that, I think. And it'll be fun because they should look pretty cool in there. Because they're, I've shown them to you before. They're like 3-4 inch skeleton statues in weird poses. Dollar Tree item, but they're fun. They're adorable. But I think I'm going to use them as like statue art for the club, for the lounge. I got an idea. Will it work? I have no idea. I think it will. Yeah, because if I do right skeleton, right left, right skeleton, or even just right skeleton, and then the right left, like maybe on the other side somewhere. But I've got the stage coming in too that I've got to modify and put in, because it's a club being run by Lorne. There has to be a karaoke stage. Angelverse, if you're into the Whedon world, Probably got enough for like 1 pot, maybe 2 pots of this still. Savoring it. Because this actually was a limited edition. I told you, I looked it up. Because it says on there, limited edition. And sometimes when they say that, they're, full of shit. I don't think I can find it anywhere. I looked. And they may bring it back at some point, but, I bought that pack, or that bag 1.5 years ago. Two years ago. I bought it after Christmas 2 years ago. It's on the clearance rack at Walmart. I bought 2 bags, and they had 4 or 5, and I definitely do, because coffee will keep if you're careful with it. It's one of those things that after I made my first pot, I was like, damn it. And I went back to Walmart like the next day for basic foraging and whatnot. Gone. Damn, I should have grabbed all 5. I didn't know it was going to be that good. Because you get nervous when you see something on clearance. You're like, did it suck that bad? If it is that great to where they're discounting it to try and sell it badly, maybe this product was a bad idea, And it was a really good idea. They just had overstock, I guess. Sadness. But, don't go whinging on the have-nots. Consider what you have, right? The wisdom of Captain Reynolds. That's so good. And in my large face Bugs Bunny mug. Shouldn't say my as in singular. I actually have 2 of that. I do not have 2 of the Taz. I double checked my my mug rack. I do have 2 of the Sylvester. Bug, Sylvester, Tweety? Yeah, Tweety. I got 2 Tweety. And it looks like they were only the 4 made. I only have 1 Taz. Because I had two Taz die. 2 Daz. On the way here, at least 1 Sylvester and I think 4 Tweeties. Which is why I'm going to sell my overstock mugs when we start doing the garage sales more religiously. Because I've seen what the mortality rate on these things is. Now, mind you, the ones that broke, most of them were wrapped dumb. And I have learned what dumb really, really looks like by receiving them. You know, you learn how to ship when you receive, right? Don't do this, don't do that. You should do this. This works, you know. Yeah. But I still don't want to try it because I'm going to wind up refunding, 1 out of 4 of them. I'll just sell them for like, even though I paid $10 or so each, I'll just sell them for $5 at a garage sale. And I pulled out like a dozen that I'm like, I like it, but I don't love it, And I have 40 mugs to choose from. I'm keeping the ones that I love. I don't need 100 that I love and like. Just keeping the 40 that I love. It's kind of the gist. And I am gonna, I don't know if this will put this video on a restricted list or not. I don't know how that works. I haven't had anything get flagged yet that I know of. Even though I've spoken ill of the orange guy. Which by this point, if you haven't figured out that he was well aware of what his buddy was doing and was most likely a participant at least, you should be able to make that leap. I don't know that I can help you. I still maintain that I think he might have been part of the business side of it. Because between the beauty pageants and Mar-a-Lago, the spa, it's really good recruiting. It's really good recruiting when you think about it. And one of the things that I keep coming back to here, and I don't think this can be ignored, but I'm seeing very few people talking about it. Virginia Giuffre, and my heart goes out to her and her family. She had to have been in so much pain. She took her own life last year. That's a dirty hand of cards to be dealt, She was just a kid. But my point here is, she got hired to work at the spa at Mar-a-Lago at the age of 16. So, because I've done hiring, and I've worked with HR departments and stuff like that. And I know what hazardous jobs are considered, dangerous jobs, whatnot. You can only hire 18, blah, blah, blah. You purposefully hired a 16-year-old girl to work around what is potentially naked and half-naked men in the showers and the spas at a golf resort. Why would you do that? Why would you take on the liability of doing that? That just sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen. You hire at 18 because of the conditions. Unless that was the point. Unless you really didn't want 18-year-olds, because the other side of things was you wanted underage girls there. Why would you put yourself in that position? I mean, yeah, you're rich and powerful and can fend off lawsuits, but, the wrong girl goes public, that's gonna mess you up. Unless that was the point. If you get me. Not good men. Nor women neither. Because let's keep it real, Maxwell was a participant. She wasn't just a recruiter. Documentation after documentation. She was part of the abuse, not just the business side of it. Countless accounts. She and Epstein tag-teamed girls, if you know what I mean. And there's nothing wrong with being bi. I like bi women. Bi women are fun. Um, she was a bi predator. She's still around. And receiving great accommodations. Anyway. So, that's my thought on the matter. So if I'm going to get flagged, I'll get flagged for that and this, right? And this is a regular cigar. Just to be clear. Because I don't want anybody to be like, oh, you're illegal drugs. This is one of the brands that I can actually get on this side of town. They're basically very, very hand-rolled kind of looking cigars. But I don't do filler. Mainly because I don't have any right now. Otherwise I might. No, I'm kidding. I have been known to, I'm a 55, gotta get used to saying that, year-old bard. I might have been around that kind of thing before. Once or twice. I went to school for commercial art. I've done theater. I might have seen a joint or two. It's possible. Hell, I've been offered cocaine before. At parties. Turned it down. Didn't try it. Primarily because I know me. I knew I'd like it. Because it sounds amazing. But I have enough willpower and common sense to know, ooh, does it sound cool? Yeah, me on coke? Ooh, that could be a really dangerous thing, frankly. So, no thank you. True story. Yeah, it was one cast party I went to. Probably the first time I ever saw it, like in the wild. I think I was 17, and I walked in. Cast party at somebody's house. Big house. It was, sprawling, many rooms where things were taking place. And I walked in. I think I was on my way to a bathroom. It was like through a bedroom. And a couple of guys had like a board or a panel or something and were snorting lines. And they, ooh, hey, you want a line? And I was like, I'm gonna go pee. In there urinating going, those guys are snorting cocaine. Holy cats. No, I don't want to try it. No, that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. Concentrate on what you're doing, Mark. Good times. 2026. Holy shit. Yeah, LT texted me a Happy New Year last night, like right at midnight. And I texted her back, Happy New Year, I'm glad 25's over. I still have some loose ends from storylines, And I still have the nagging feeling I'm going to get that phone call, at any time, any moment, any day. I haven't seen my dad in 2 weeks now. Yeah, 2 weeks. And the fact that he looked like he aged 10 years in the month before, does that mean he's aged another 5 years? I'm not real confident that he's going to be here in a month. I still feel like I'm going to get that phone call, in 10 minutes. I just don't even know. Quite a few friends and family that are like, maybe it'd be better if that happened just because he's miserable. I don't know where I come into that argument, He's broken, that's for sure. Oh, man. Oi! Yeah, I'm going to have to set books in that area. Because, quite full disclosure, Jinx likes crawling into spaces like that to pee. And I'd rather he didn't pee inside that hutch. That would actually make me want to kill him. Why does he do that? I don't know. But he destroyed a couple books on me a few months ago. Because I didn't have it really. This is when I figured out he was doing that. He crawled in to crouch in a little cave made by some stuff and then open air and decided, this is where I will urinate. Yeah, these are decent, but the way they wrap them, they're real, making me a pain in the ass. But they sure are natural, right? I'm working on it. It's been a rough year, So today I'm going to do that. That's a 5-10 minute job just because I need to at least just shove some stuff in there to prevent Captain Bladder over here. What call is that? Okay, I know something I can do. I got a plan. More or less. Yeah. And gotta do dishes, laundry, shower. It's gonna be a basic chores day. Do some eBay. I got another 1 or 2 items that it looks like they're probably going to sell because I got people starting to send me offers and whatnot, like multiple people, like, will you take this? How about this? How about you give me what I'm asking, But I know the difference. Those will sell. Because I can even do counter offers and stuff like that. So, yeah, all right. One's like $20, the other one's a more, what I would call a high ticket item, so. Not quite a mortgage payment, but most of one. That's a good thing. Starting to pump the brakes a little bit on the spending just because we're still okay, but I need to flip some of the stuff that I've got right now to really justify continuing the spending levels that I've been doing. New year, gotta think these things through. Got the paperwork out as far as the accounts, so one of those things was, so my parents both have IRA accounts where because their retirement age, you are kind of required to take out a certain amount of money, or you get penalized. It's like you get a lot of tax breaks for having that kind of, it's an IRA, Roth, or whatever. You get tax breaks when you have it, but then when you hit retirement age, if you don't pull the money out, like interest money, whatnot, for the year that you're supposed to, you actually get penalized, because the whole gist of it is the government's like, okay, we gave you tax perks to do this account. The whole purpose is to use the money to spend it. So we're telling you, spend it, or you're gonna get charged a penalty. We want you to spend your money. Kind of the gist. So I had to get paperwork to them, basically authorizing pulling out the money from my mom's account that was supposed to get pulled out. And I'm gonna have that sent to Dad's bank account, whatnot, because it's got to go somewhere. It can't stay where it is, and we can use it as a little bit of padding to make sure that he's taken care of too. Just because with the repairs we did on the house, that account's gotten a little bit more lean. We're okay, but it's that whole, let's get, it's like $4,000. It'll just add a little bit of cushion to the account. It's not like retirement money in that respect, in the grand scheme. So yeah, 2026. We set up our I forget the name of it. It's just a Dollar Tree calendar, but it's one of those like snowy landscapes. The gist of it is we had a Transformers one up for 2025, but basically the family wants out of Florida, and I get it. So we're looking at Colorado, we're looking at Minnesota, there's a few places up north that we're looking at, mostly blue and colder, because we like the idea of having seasons again. Seasons just aren't the same down here, and the air quality would be better for me as I smoke a cigar. But in this scenario, I won't be smoking anymore, so. And I am at about 2 cigars a day, 2 to 3. It's been stressful, which, I know Emphysema took out, in case you didn't know, Leonard Nimoy, David Lynch, Dick York, the first Darren from Bewitched. May not be his cause of death, but apparently he battled with emphysema a lot towards his last days. But these guys were all like dedicated. I guess Dick York was like a 3-pack a day smoker. Sam? He's a funny dude. Yeah. But I'm hopeful that stopping smoking and not being, a 2-pack a day smoker into my 80s, because with like David Lynch and even Leonard Nimoy, he was a smoker. If you watch him in like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, I think that was kind of the norm for him. It's weird seeing him like in, young Donald Sutherland, just chain smoking away as they're having conversations about, well, let's talk about what you saw, because what I think is going on here isn't anything alien, but something in your mind. It's weird seeing him laugh in a movie, and it's great. Would you listen to yourself? Yeah. Spock laughed. He's not Spock. Spock laughed and he's smoking a Marlboro Red. Anybody else seeing this? as a diehard Trekkie, it's fun to watch Invasion because like what? Brain kind of melts with it. It's a good movie though. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I know it's an oldie, but it holds up. No one can call for help on their smartphones. It's in the 70s, but you know, as long as you can date stamp it there, you're okay. Yeah, I woke up. Hex was actually in bed on the couch with me, curled up, which was cool and unusual because it was Tom Baker. I woke up to Horror of Fang Rock, which is part Agatha Christie mystery in a Victorian lighthouse, part slow creeper alien invasion story. It's Tom Baker and Leela. It's a great one. I think I hear Janus being picked on. Yeah, it's probably Hex and Janus wrestling. Janus is very loud when he gets attacked. He screams, he hisses, and then they're buddies 10 seconds later. I think they're getting to know each other. Like siblings. Go to your rooms, both of you. But he's starting to acclimate. It's going to be interesting. Never had a three-legged cat before. Tripod. "2025 was weird, man." So as a recap, beginning of the year, my mom went in the hospital, and we began to realize how far gone my dad truly was. The state of Florida got involved. DCF and other organizations, they were threatening to bring charges against my mom because she was very clearly keeping Dad from getting treatment. Dad got officially diagnosed with dementia, bearing in mind that based on how far into dementia he was, he should have been diagnosed like 6 years ago, is the gist, which is why my mom was getting charges brought against her. I went to court to become my dad's legal guardian. My mom died. We put my dad basically in assisted living because if we didn't, the state was going to put him in a home. One of my kids and I started camping out at my parents' place, which is where we are now, Leonardo Station. And we've been trying to clean and make sense of everything ever since. In the meantime, we found a really, really physically messed up cat. Got him to the vet. He had to have his front left leg amputated because the damage was so severe. True story. And we're trying to not go insane while we deal with other people's messes. Knowing full well that my dad probably won't be around this time next year. How was your day? You know, I've got a lot of friends that don't even ask me that anymore. They're just like, and I can see they're holding back. And I get it. It's cool. They're scared of what the answer is going to be. I think I'm keeping pretty good spirits considering. I've got a few friends that are like, I think I'd be in a nut house right now. It's like, I'm not sure that I'm not, actually. But I'm the good son, so I got to be the one to handle this. Despite the sabotage that my parents put in place over the past year because of cognitive decline. And fish people. I do wish I could see even for a moment what it is she saw, just because it terrified her. Absolutely terrified her, and I'd love to know what version of fish people she was seeing, because I've got 20 different possibilities in my head. And I'm curious which one of those is the winning answer, I guess. Oh, and I have emphysema. Mild, moderate, I don't know. And I'm attempting to quit smoking through all this. But I'm trying to get back on track with my diet. I'm going to have some Greek yogurt with blackberries here when I get off here. That's what I've had for breakfast the past 4 days. I do have some strawberries and some mango in the freezer too, but I'm going to use up, I've got like extra bags of blackberries, so I'm going to use those kind of up a little bit, you know. But it's one of the better fruits that I can have for like lung health, antioxidant, anything with the word berry in it pretty much is good in that respect. But mangoes have a lot of really great like nutritional things going on too, so. Oi, pump the brakes, man. Try and get my life back on track, because I can't change or fix what they've done. You know, I can just try and make tomorrow better for that which remains. One brick. So, yeah, I'm going to do some chores. I'm going to play with dolls. To be clear, I'm not actually playing with dolls per se. You know, this is... Oi! Calm the hell down. I mean, you know, these are my dolls. I don't know if you could see in the library. This isn't... I got to protect my masculinity. In the library, I have the caretaker from Haunted Mansion, and actually, I'm not going to tell you what the other thing is. I want to see if anybody knows. Oh. Let you guys look at it again real quick. Some of y'all know right away what it is. This guy right here. Is he in camera? No. I think he is now. This guy right here. I've got about... Oh, looks like he's picking Little Women. That's unexpected. But see if anybody actually knows what the hell that is. I know what it is. And I've got like 6 of them now. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I'm probably going to open the back door and punt a couple of dogs out back because it's 40 degrees outside and I'm not dressed for the occasion because that's a little nipply. So I'm going to have some more coffee just to relax. Dishes out, dishes in. OnlyFans. Yeah. I want to try and get at least 10 eBay listings up. Delayed, you know, to start on Saturday. still congested. But chilly night. You know, not unusual to wake up this way. Oh, I did find I don't know if I mentioned this, I found it the other day, what looks like a fully functional, all the parts of their CPAP. So, I don't need it yet, and I need to research how to use it correctly, but for my condition, that's a good medical device to have. So, looks like it's completely unused, too, which just figures around here. You got this stuff to solve your problems, you're just not doing it. There's a lot of that going on here. Anyway. Hug your parents, hug your kids. It's kind of becoming part of the outro, I think. Feel free to like, comment. If you know what that green guy is, drop a comment there. Again, I know what it is. I was a big fan. That was many years ago. The figures are really cool. So yeah, I think I have like 6. I might even have 7 or 8. I don't know. I've been grabbing one here and there when I see them on eBay. Real cheap, like $10. Again, that whole army building thing. Yep. So I'm gonna go work on maybe even 2 bricks today. Start the year right. Make it a great day.